So let's get started. The scene starts off with Andrew, aka a threat of the school variety. I'm just saying what we're all thinking. Don't point fingers at me. And he decided to start his Twitch journey by getting a camera. You know what I'm saying? Once they get their cameras in their hands, they become a different breed. And I'm not gonna lie to you, from that first kick on the door by his father, he needs it. His dad being like Mike Tyson, treating him like he's Evander Holyfield. My nigga, calm down. But he whipped the camera like it was a dad's kryptonite, talking about some no more ass beatings. I'm recording everything from here on out. I hate to break it to you, my boy. That's not gonna work.
That don't work.
So now, like a public interviewer, he takes that camera everywhere, just shoving it to his faces, I guess. Anyway, let's push on to the plot. We get to his school, and he's lugging around a big-ass camera. So he sees day-to-day. So I'll let you know before, he's the type of nigga to have a list. I'm just saying. But, like, I'm sorry, but to be bullied by this nigga right here is crazy work. Look how he dressed. Look how he dressed. Nobody loves this man. You can tell from his fit alone, nobody loves him. But you gotta have to beat my ass. No way I'm being bullied by you. Look at the shirt. Nah, slap some chrome heart on that shit. He'll probably cop that right now. Let me stop. Anyway, so we see that he's being bullied, you know what I'm saying? Really helping to develop and shape his character. Bullied at home and bullied at school is a crazy existence. So after school, we see the area he lives in, and overall, this man living a bad life. Listen, I thought the area I lived in was kind of bad. It doesn't look like this. I'm safe compared to this man. I don't have no local thugs hanging on the corner. I'm good. I can go walk to the park. This nigga stepped out of the car, and they were already on 10. I mean, he does got a big-ass camera like he's a cameraman for Maury, but to be on 10 like that instantly is crazy work. I mean, they're not really threatening or menacing, you know what I mean? But man, is our main character living a rough life. Hey, listen, I know I should skip to the part where they get their powers, but 1 second. I try to warn him. I know this movie's dumb old, but I try to warn him. That camera does not work. This man set the camera with a smile on his face. The dad must have felt a disturbance in the force. He felt the happiness. He busted in the room like this.
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
And then smacked the hell out of him. Like, what did I do? What did I even do? It wasn't only the smack that had him seeing stars like he's a Looney Tunes character. This man chucked him. Why you throwing your son like a piece of paper? Like, look how he got his sleeves rolled up. He knew instantly when he busted in that door he's gonna be on some bullshit. Matter of fact, when he put the shirt on, he knew he was gonna be on some bullshit. Cause why your sleeves rolled up? This nigga in there drinking Heineken acting like a goddamn clown. And then he gonna try to discipline him. I think disciplining somebody works before you knock them unconscious, because he can't hear you. He don't know what you're saying. You gave this man a fucking CTE. Head bounced off the floor like a basketball. Got his brain looking like a watermelon challenge. It's over with. His mind is mush. He about to stand up talking like Rocky. One more thing before we head to the scene where they get their powers. Call me what you want. The moment I get my abilities, my dad is gone. He did not even exist. You had a father? I did not. So after taking that beating, just like anybody else, he needed a quick reprieve. So he went to the party. And at that very party is where he got his abilities from. We got Steve, aka Michael B. Jordan, walking over here and inviting him to a strange location just because he got the camera. Steve, what are you doing? Why are you out there playing Scooby-Doo? Investigating weird shit. So of course, they found like a cave and went inside of it, you know? Caution to the wind. Who gives a fuck about consequences? When they get down there, the cave is glowing with crystals like it's arc or some type of alien shit. I don't know exactly what it is. And they kept pushing further in. What is going on? I might just be a bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I'm not going that deep in. In fact, once I see them holding the ground, I'm like, y'all good. You know, I record from out here. You know what I'm saying? Get the angles right. You gotta get the angles right. Freaky motherfuckers like this are the reasons why plagues spread. Why you see strange shit and wanna touch it. Got your nose bleeding, body seasoned. This is the consequences of your actions. Down there catching alien syphilis. Why? So now at this point, they got their powers, and I must give this man a round of applause. One more time, I must give this man a round of applause. His mind is on content more than mine is. Right after the traumatic experience of being possessed by the alien holy spirits, he's thinking about his next video. They were all there having fun, bonding, experimenting with their abilities, having Michael B. Jordan's ass tooted up. Then Andrew walks up. We see him utilizing his abilities, probably the best out of the three right now. But look at his stance. That stance alone tell you what's gonna happen. It's over. It is over. Look at that stance. They're done. Alright, I'm gonna skip to some more eventful scenes in the movie. Before I skip too far, let me talk about this freaky nigga Michael B. Jordan for a second. Why this man started deep throating some Pringles? I enjoy a Pringle like the next man, but that was some wild behavior. And try to play it off with a chest pad like he didn't down on bitches effortlessly. So now they started to engage in some thug activities. Nearly breaking the kid neck in the store trying to take his gum, moving people's cars. The craziest one was this man Andrews. It was like he gave no more. In a matter of 4 to 5 days, I'll say a week max, this man became a different animal. Tomo-san, watch this. Hold the camera real quick. Abracadabra. Nigga, that was not a magic trick. That was a felony. I mean, he was tailgating. But to say abracadabra while committing that crime is some insane work.
Lock him up! He's a
had this man entire car doing a handstand in the lake. The other two freaking out. You got Andrew in the back, so will you calm down? My God, you just committed a murder. I mean, personally, I'll stay calm because I wasn't here with you guys. I was not here. Who are you? Ultimately, they ended up brushing that shit off like it was a little mistake. He spilled his food, dropped a little bit of water. It's not slight, nothing too serious. It was so non-serious. The next scene, they were over there flying. Almost got a hit and run by a plane. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit until after the talent show. Now, our boy Andrew, after putting on a generational performance, had his stock in town rise, but it quickly plummeted, like the Save the Kiss tokens. He was about to get busy when he blew his load a little too early. Had the girl he was with walk out the room like she went one-on-one with Chef Boy RD. He was not safe. Steve came into the room with the cam, giving Andrew no time to prepare himself for that. Pants just sitting at his ankles, just covered in his own bodily waste, just reflecting on his second performance of the night. Out there performing like 2024 Klay Thompson. Now, we all seen the signs of who he really was, right? But after that night, this man fully awakened into a demon, and you can tell he was a little off when he started playing with insects and harming them. That's some freaky shit. The moment you see somebody just sitting there playing with bugs trying to kill him, and they're not a child, keep one eye on him. Fuck it, keep both eyes on him. You don't want to make a mistake. Look at his face. That's not the man who realized he could do some freaky shit. That's not the man who realized he no longer have to follow the rules. But again, I'm sorry, I can't really blame him that much. Like, again, the dad's on some bullshit. What is the dad problem? Like, the mom's over there suffering in pain. He's over there sneaking through this kid's room. What are you on? I think the freaky tendencies came from the father. Like, you're a weird. You're weird. I have nothing else to say to encapsulate his character besides he's weird. Talking about some your mom's suffering and you hoarding a $500 camera. My nigga, you don't work? Like, you got enough time to drink some beers, my guy. You don't have no shifts. Like, the dad was just sitting there dogging him, talking about some they're your friends. Don't say that to somebody who look like your son. Be calm, be kind. You know, some compassion. But then the son just snapped. The dad told him something he paying for his public school. The son's like, you don't pay for public school. Goofy, he was going off on him. But the father started to wear the demeanor of Ike Turner. I knew it was over. I knew a full crash out about to engage. Grabbed the table and flipped it. That's not how you clean up. That's not how you throw beer bottles away. Like, if he put as much passion as he has in beating his son into working more hours at his job, he'll probably have some money. That's what my mind is right now. Guys, I got a rule I live by. You cannot open hand smash. I don't know why. That seems more disrespectful than a punch. I can feel all 5 of your fingers destroying my teeth. And that's exactly what happened to Andrew. His dad cocked that shit back as far as he can get his arm. That much dedication to beating your son? Insanity. After that slap he gave Andrew, he had to be feeling like Debo. This nigga must have thought he was untouchable. Newsflash, your son's a crash out just like you are. But his shit been brewing, festering. He's a different type of demon. It's over with now. Once he pulled Andrew to his feet, it was raps. Nigga had him pinned against the wall, dangling him, his body to the side. The dad must have been confused, like, how the hell my skinny ass son is powerful? You know he had to return that favor from earlier when he was tossed in his room. He threw his dad halfway across the basement, had him down there moaning. Why are you moaning now? Get your ass back up. This is only round 3. Hey, and I'm not gonna lie to you, this part of the movie kind of pissed me off. Got my man Steve body. Steve, why are you trying to be that nice? Go about your day. Like, this nigga trying to be Dr. Phil, giving him an intervention middle of a thunderstorm. My guy, he's good. You know what I'm saying? He got this. He knows exactly what he want to do in life. You over there trying to play Captain Save a nigga and got yourself packed up expeditiously by Thor himself. From this point in the movie, after him beating up the dad, Body and Steve, he was just on a full descent downwards. And I'm not gonna lie to you, still a bitch for killing my man Steve. I know I said that a couple seconds ago, but he's still a bitch. We head back to the school, and you know the school has his bullies. But peep this. Did he just rip this man's teeth out his mouth and then showcase it to his camera like he's doing an unboxing? Not only that, he was disappointed in his work, talking about some sloppy. You are not a dentist. All you need to hear was these simple words right here.
Lion does not feel guilty when it kills a gazelle.
To realize at this point in the movie, he's in his manifesto stage. Full manifesto stage is over with. You have to lock the schools up now. You have to lock the schools up. It won't work because you got powers, but you gotta try something. They're all just lucky that he did not find a death note. Matt tried to pull up on Andrew to check him about the rules because he was at school pretending to be a TikTok veneer specialist and fucking up niggas' mouths. But Andrew already thinks he's Randy Orton, an apex predator. Probably hearing voices in his head and everything. Matt, I hate to say this to you. You need strength to enforce rules. He's already an entire body ahead of you. Then he blocked your punch, calling your bluff and calling you a bitch at the same time. And then you fly away, further enforcing his head that he's an apex predator. Okay, then we get to the next scene. Now, at this point, no lie, listen, I'll probably do the same thing. If my mother needed medicine and I couldn't afford it, I'll probably do anything to get the medicine too. Andrew went to go get the pills and the pharmacist said 700 crisp ones. Then we get this scene directly after, basically him saying bet. Now, where did he get the firefighter attire? I don't know. I was watching. Not sure if they said it. Andrew pulled up on the neighborhood thugs to run their pockets using his legendary pull, finger pistol. Nigga must have watched his anime right here. Can't pronounce it, so I'm not gonna try. The thugs try to stay tough once Andrew upped his finger pistol. One was even showcasing his own one-way ticket into prison, tucked into his waistband. But all that tough talk was like Jeff Hardy's signature move. Once Andrew blew that bitch, whispers in the wind. They all left their man on the ground just wondering what happened as they scurried away like roaches when the light come on. Andrew was like a wild dog on their ass, not letting none of them escape. This is how the IRS must feel on tax time when it's time to rob their citizens. No dime left unturned. Then before running their pockets, why did he use this man's body like a swifter trying to clean the ground? You missed the whole blood stain. They were standing on the corner calling people broke when collectively they had $252. And I think I'm being generous. They could have less. So he still had to end up robbing the store. But this store owner, worker, whatever he was ballsy as hell. He seen a man donned in a fire suit burst into his store and toss him using nothing but a wave of his hand. And he thought, I just bought a shotgun. Let me grab that real quick and fight. Like he's a goddamn Winchester. Now look at him. He didn't even get a chance to use a shotgun. But he did experience what it felt like to be a burger during the cookout. Back just bacon. I mean, he did stop him ultimately. Had him in a hospital bed cosplaying Cleopatra. I think she was a mummy. Now we have the final moments of the movie. And the dad is still on his bullshit. What are you talking about? Talking about something, it's your fault, your mom's dead. She had a sickness. Her time was ticking regardless. You the one that chose to be an abusive drunk. But man, Andrew woke up on demonic time, and as soon as his eyes opened, he caught that hand and fucked the whole hospital room up. Matt really thinks he's a mediator. He rushed to the scene, and as soon as he got there, he exposed himself by catching Andrew's father. After he tried to bounce him off the concrete from 60 feet in the air. Matt, you should have let his father hit the ground. He was not worth exposing yourself for. I'm not gonna lie to you. That man is trash. Andrew's out there having a full-fledged crash session. No rhyme or reason to what he's doing. He just acting out. And let's be honest, many peeped this happening before it happened. Am I right? Raise your hand if you've seen it coming. And Matt is still trying to calm him down, while Andrew already displayed their difference in strength by almost bodying Matt's girlfriend. But if I was Matt and still persisted after he tried to kill my girl to calm him down, that would have been over the moment he used my body as a bus stop. At this point, they are truly engaging in some superhero and villain shenanigans, just fucking up the town. This level of destruction would make Superman proud, especially right here when Matt flew Andrew through some buildings. You know how much Superman loves destroying buildings, picking up cars and tossing them. Again, another Superman special. And the thing about movies with powers, please don't finance a car, because that shit not surviving the next day. Just watching the two of them fight is making me mad. My nigga Steve couldn't survive the lightning. He could have became Static Shock. This nigga got to third base with a bus. This school threat got blown up, hit by a car, put through a building, and is still surviving. Gonna do my man Steve dirty like that. When the cops pulled up without firing their weapons, I had my face like this the entire time. They out there fighting like their students Professor Xavier, and they pull up saying freeze, get down. What are they on? All that talking from the officers just gave Andrew time to reboot his crash out system. The officers must be new or something, because they surround him yet again and let him stand up and use his powers yet again. And Matt, there's no saving him. Do what Elsa always singing about and let it go. I mean, unlike the cops, he did learn it was time to put him down, and he did put him down. Round of applause for that. Clap it up for him. But yeah, great movie. Let's get an RIP to my man Steve though.